5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you know what it is. It's your boy Guess Who. You now tapped into Streetnerdz Radio, the #1 station in the streets right now. We got two special guests. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Two people I feel like played a major part in what y'all see as far as the music influence in the town today. Go to introduce yourselves.
Yo, I'm 5280 Mystic, you know, Montbello's finest. Bayscale University. You should already know.
Sizzle Fool, a lot of y'all know me as Insane, but Sizzle Fool, Bellside 5500, BGU, 1/4 of BGU, a quarter of BGU.
For sure. So let's get into it. For the people who ain't too familiar with y'all, let's give them a quick rundown about y'all upbringing and how y'all grew up a little bit.
We grew up all around the city, like from Montbello, but we didn't live everywhere in the city. Like, shout out to Sierra Vista, shout out to Aurora, shout out to the east side, but Montbello for sure.
Yeah, so really in Montbello, you know, we started off in what is that, South Denver a little bit? South Denver, really moved and progressed up to Montbello from Aurora, Cherry Creek, all the way, you know what I'm saying, it almost was like a dwindle down almost, you know, like a Cherry Creek, Aurora, Montbello. You know what I'm saying?
Our family was one of the first families in Montbello. My mother and my aunt was like the first graduating classes from Montbello, and my grandmother was always living in Montbello, so that's kind of like where we get the whole Montbello thing from. It ended up in Montbello.
Yeah.
So that's
at a really young age.
Okay. So growing up in Montbello, around, I would say, for our generation, it was a lot of gangbang.
Yeah.
What kept y'all from joining a gang?
My brother really not letting us. I mean, we did our shit, you know, that we did when we was on our own and everything, granted, but like, as far as like joining his set, the set that we wanted to be from, and shit wasn't going down. It was go to the studio, go record, nigga, go do something. It was, I'm really thankful that I had niggas that really cared, you know, and seeing what I didn't see at the time and the potential that I had, and was like, nah, you built for something else, and I just stuck with what I was told I was built for, and you know, I turned out I was.
Yeah, I agree. And then at the time when he passed away. Once that happened, it really solidified what he was saying. You know, made it feel like what he was saying wasn't a lie because what he was telling us happened to him. So it's like, well, you know what I'm saying? How can you not, you know what I'm saying, follow what he's saying now when he set the example himself with his own life?
So when did music become a part of your life?
When I was born, my dad's a DJ.
Yeah.
Shout out to my pops, DJ EJ. Going crazy in the city for a long time. Still doing the shit, but just putting us in front of turntables and music and just different shit like that made me love music. And then watching Chris Cross perform as a kid, bro, that shit tripped me out. So like,
I remember going to the concert. I literally stood there starstruck, eyes wide open the whole.
Fielder's Green '94, I can remember, bro. Like,
eyes wide open.
That was like some of the most different shit I've seen somebody around they were older, but like kids doing, so like,
yeah,
that really made me like really want to jump into music and go crazy.
They ran up the aisle and stuff. I thought, I'm like, they real. Like, oh, this is real. I just seen them on the album cover. I seen them on TV. Now they real.
Facts.
When did you write your first raps?
Right?
Yes. When can y'all say y'all first put something down on paper, or that y'all felt like, oh, this is my first song, or your first song?
I was probably in the 7th grade.
Can you remember the verse?
7th grade. No, I just know I said niggas don't know a whole lot in the song. Because I was kind of freestyling. Yeah. But I put it on mp3.com and was like, yeah, I got a song out. I remember then like from that point, like 7th grade, just making tapes and CDs for niggas and like rapping and shit and like going on. We was like the first niggas really doing, like, we was going on soundclick.com and finding beats, and people our age bracket didn't really know how we was finding beats and shit. We was still in
this generation know BeatStars. We know SoundClick.
No, they know YouTube did today. That was our YouTube back in the day. So we was stealing their beats and shit. But But like when it came down to it, like just making tapes and stuff, we just started noticing that people like yo, these niggas really like they thought we was real rap, like we was real rappers.
Next thing you know, we're performing too. We're everywhere performing. All the girls, all the the kids, they love us. You know what I'm saying? So we're starting to spread now. You know what I'm saying? Now we're starting to pick up. It's just turning from a hobby, something we picked up from pops, to something that is now the neighborhood is understanding. You know what I'm saying? It's translating in the neighborhood.
Right.
So, the influence that y'all have on the town's music, I say that a lot of shit came from your basement.
That's facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Big facts.
So let's go ahead and give the history, I guess, of that. What got you into the engineering part of the music?
Being broke and not wanting to pay nobody to record me. So I started off at Urban Peak at the spot, and they gave me Logic on Windows, and from there I was like fully hands-on and learning how to work it and how everything goes as far as the softwares. I really self-taught, like I really taught myself that shit.
Right.
And then like sitting there and going from like computer microphone with a do-rag on it to like stage microphone to buying my first condenser microphone from Interstate Ike.
Shout out Ike.
Shout out Ike. You know, just the progress of me like wanting to not pay other people to do my shit. That's really what made it to where I learned how to engineer. You know,
you bring up a town legend in Ike. Being from Montbello, can you speak on the influence that maybe their team had and them had on Montbello at the time that you was coming up?
Yeah, I'm a mob nigga living decent too.
You feel me? Everybody was at the time. You know, they still is to this day. That's from the section. Everybody still is to this day. And it's like all the stuff they was doing, they was teaching, like I was saying, like they taught us how to be hustlers. You know what I'm saying? They taught us how to go and get, you know what I'm saying, some money, how to turn nothing into something. You know, they had Gatorade bottles for sale, they had water bottles for sale, candy for sale, shoes for sale, all in this man's living room. And you can go in there and buy some studio time. You know what I'm saying? Buy a microphone like we did. We walked in there and bought a microphone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they taught us to hustle. They taught us any way you can get it, go get it. And it's everywhere around you. You know what I'm saying? It's not just some spur of the moment idea you're gonna come away and know. It's all around you. Use everything around you.
Even before Ike's Garage though, they was the ones in the town like really pressing the line with the music shit. Like along with Shot Knight, Needy Van Daldez, and like all the other artists that came like I'm talking about even pre-Julocks. Yeah, I'm talking about like Elite Entertainment, like hand-drawn logo Elite Entertainment type of shit. Like that was, it made it to where it was like, okay, it's possible to do this shit from here. Like that was the real influence on everything when it comes down to it, from all generations when it comes down to Colorado hip hop. So
I think that might even be all sides almost too. Like they was the only ones.
Because they had Circuit Rich Trucking. Circuit Rich Truckers from the east side.
Shout out my nigga Truck. That's my dog right there. Shout out Truck.
MNLD had the whole city.
So you start doing music. Now you recording, you engineering. How does everybody that we know today, the Trev Riches and everybody, how do they hit your basement? Let's talk about how that happens.
They hit my basement because, okay, so it started when my basement got hit. So,
no, you know something? People was trickling in before that.
You know what? People were around us before that, but what I'm saying is when it comes down to
you had like A Foxes, you had Graffiti Blacks, you had Priests, you had who else was all over there? Tone Foxes.
Priest was around before. Was Priest? Priest was
pre-rapper.
Yeah. So it was a lot of people around us just because we were the youngest niggas that was doing music in the city that was actually recording music. So when people didn't have options, they came to us. And then my studio got hit. And when my studio got hit,
now was it just for your equipment? It was specifically for the music shit?
Specifically just for the equipment. They
left everything.
We left all that shit, just took the equipment.
Just the equipment. You know what I mean? So I mean, I think things happen for a reason, though. You know.
I appreciate bro for that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you because, you know that shit.
So y'all know who did it? Y'all ain't tell?
Yeah, You know who did it?
But we ain't gonna tell nothing.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
We'll
Y'all
talk
keep
about
it
it.
salad.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off. Yeah, okay.
But basically, that shit, it changed my life. It made me really elevate myself to it, to where I had no choice, but because I was back at the bottom, so I couldn't do nothing but go back up. So as I'm building the studio back over, he's working in the studio at the school. I get a call from AP. Shout out AP.
Yeah.
Another nigga that was around before pre-robbery that I've been knowing and been doing music with since we was in like the 10th grade.
Yeah.
Before that. But AP calls me, says, hey bro, I'm with Miracle. You know, we trying to put together this big shit for the city called the Box Boys. We want to join Pure Talent Entertainment, which was what Bass Gang was at the time. We want to join this with Soldier Family and T and just make one big thing. So we went over there, we dropped like 3 songs. Shout out to Swalo, shout out to everybody that was there.
Tags. Diz.
Before that, it was just Swalo, AP, Trev, Miracle, Diz, Jazz.
Tags
Yeah.
on that first song?
No.
It was on the second one.
It was after that. We did a couple songs that first day. So when it came down, we did a few songs that first day, and then so after that, and we started like gaining a little traction. The ACO joined in, and then it was
Who from the ACO?
L Keys, G6, Rip.
Rock was there.
Rock was there too. Along with my nigga man.
That was probably
That was it. That was it. No, Tenor East Side, nigga, I'm sure.
Yeah, Tenor East Side.
But Tenor joined.
Yeah, Tenor came along.
You know, it was everybody. Like I said, Iman S, Kid Montana.
Yeah. The Pond.
Yeah, you know, Mr. Footman.
Yeah, foot guy.
Shout out to him. But
That's all who was.
but it was. That's the majority of us. So we all banded up and took over the city, man. Like just all the shows and the songs and the we had labels coming to look at us. We radio shit. Like we really did what everybody our age bracket wishes they could have did at that time.
Especially as a group too.
As a group. Oh, and the G5 was Squeezy Gang. Yeah, there was that was the other part of it too. My bad.
But they were already Soldier Family Entertainment.
They were. So that's how the Box Boy shit became to be, and that's how we got there as far as just that next level of music after the robbery shit.
Because then you get the Box Boys. So young, influencing a lot of the city. What does that feel like?
You know what? It was too much for what? How do I put it? It was too much for our age bracket for us to not have any guidance from somebody that was older. Because we had no guidance, we was doing that shit, everything our own shit. Like, couldn't nobody tell us nothing. So if we would have had a little guidance, it probably could have did like something a little bit. It could have been it was big, but it could have been like colossal. So
maybe international.
Yeah, so with a little bit of guidance, I think that could have been bigger. But like that was crazy. It felt ridiculous. Like you felt on top of the world, man. Especially when you in a group of people that we getting hated on because we got niggas bitches. We getting like, but at the same time, we getting loved and admired. Like,
it felt like we was the new MNLD. You know what I'm saying? Like to me,
that's what we kind of.
We're the second wave of that, second generation MNLD, right?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the Box Boys.
And so what? And then how did the I would say everybody go off into their different ways? Like what took place, or you know what I'm saying, or what would you say? Did y'all just grow apart and it just was like we just grew apart?
Yeah, we just grew apart. It was a lot of stuff that, you know what I'm saying, it was small spats and stuff as we had kid spats, you know, stuff that is just immature stuff that
shit.
Egos, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hearing that they're the best, I'm the best, you need to go do this, you need to go, everybody getting pulled in different directions. And so we all just said, forget it, we're gonna break off, you know what I'm saying, and do all our own little thing. But there was already cliques within the group, you know what I'm saying? It was already like the absolute circle had already kind of formed while the Box Boys was together. The Squizzy Gang circle had formed while the Box Boys was together. Even G's and them had went off and did their own kind of thing by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then me and him had already, you know what I'm saying? So we all just dissipated like back into our own little, you respective corners.
But with love though.
With
like,
love though, it wasn't.
So what
hate.
lessons would you say that you had learned from that experience?
Play a role.
Play your role.
Play your role. Play your role is one of the biggest lessons you can learn out of any situation when you deal with a group of people. Like you have to understand where things are, where the whole group of people are planning on taking it, like with the common interest, instead of just worrying about yourself. And to fault of myself a lot, being young, I was worried about myself a lot, and worried about my brother a lot, worried about my team a lot more than I'm worried about the team, and that kind of affected shit a lot too. So, I just learned to be a team player instead of like worried about self.
Yeah, me personally, I learned to make decisions based on logic, not emotion. When it come down to it, because a lot of that stuff that we went through was a bunch of us making emotional decisions as kids, not knowing how to think logically.
Fact.
We don't have the guidance to think logically. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Is the Box Boys ever going to do a comeback
We can talk about it.
project?
We've talked about it and stuff like that. We've talked about it, and that's the thing that we've even done songs that are Box Boy-esque to me.
We got a song with me, him, AP, Miracle, and Tana Timber, and it's like the coldest shit ever. But that felt
like the Box Boy.
that felt like a new Box Boy wave, and it would have
You know
been
what I'm saying?
it would have been Trev and Priest on their tour if Trev went out of town.
Yeah.
And Priest was, I don't know what the hell Priest being Priest.
So it's possible.
Oh, it's highly
It's definitely possible.
Highly possible. Miracles talked about it. We've talked about it. But we haven't. And they keep. And something? There's things that I don't know.
That part, I was just gonna say
that we don't know that happened when we left. That keep it from happening too. And we don't know what that is. They won't speak on things like that with us.
Which they shouldn't.
Which they should. Yeah, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like they're like, man, it's certain stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but they want to. You know what I'm saying? So just got to figure it out. It'll come together.
For the right bag.
For the bag come together. Oh, they gonna stop all that.
Facts.
The right bag come together. They gonna stop all that.
Facts.
And they gonna make that up.
That show would be crazy.
So we go from the Box Boys, then y'all take a trip. Life takes y'all to Atlanta or Georgia, we should say.
Georgia, there you go.
Let's say Georgia.
Yeah, life takes us to
Southside.
Georgia.
Yeah. So can y'all? How did that come about? How did Georgia come into play?
Me having a breakdown and being tired of living in a trap, selling weed, hustling, niggas getting shot around me. Bullshit happened. My neighbor got aired out, and matter of fact, all the Box Boys was there. It was crazy in the basement. But and when that shit happened, I got tired, bro. I was like, you know what, man, fuck this. I can't keep doing it. I called my mom and was like, I gotta get the fuck out of Colorado. I gotta go do something with myself. And I had an aunt in Atlanta, and we had been moving back and forth from Georgia to Colorado since like 4th, 5th grade. So like, we've been out there before. So I was like, fuck it. I hit the ceiling with this music shit. I've done everything I can do here. I gotta go. So I bounced to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, to Riverdale, Clayton County, out the South Side.
Yeah. And he was doing that. I was trying to go to Full Sail, which is way too expensive. Full Sail, drop your tuition, tap it for the people, because we ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to go, and I couldn't make it. So on the way there, you know what I'm saying? Like, we stopped and dropped him in Atlanta. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna come back if I can't get to Winter Falls. I'm just gonna come back up to Riverdale. So that's exactly what happened. 6 months later, I ended up riding Riverdale with him.
So Riverdale. How was Georgia for y'all? If y'all had to explain the experience.
Fun, dramatic, sad, crazy,
Man,
everything.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Atlanta grew me up. Atlanta is what taught me about being a young black man in America.
I went to jail.
It taught him about being a young black man in America.
I went to jail, bro.
That's the number one lesson you gonna get being a young black man in America.
Look,
Shit.
Clayton County, your officers, rough.
But as far as like Riverdale, it taught me that everybody with a smiling, friendly.
Facts.
It taught me be on the swivel, keep my head on the swivel, pay attention to your surroundings. It taught me that strip clubs everywhere else in the world are fucking trash.
Houston got some shit though.
It taught me that pretty girls be broke as fuck sometimes. I learned a lot of shit in Atlanta, man. Like in Riverdale and Clayton County, man.
Never tell somebody that you ain't from here if you ain't from there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Where you from? Around, club.
oh yeah, look at